already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! 58's the money! 58's the money! Double dog, double dog.
Gun!
58, 58's Mike. Push him back.
Wait, guys!
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Rhino!
Check 24, check 24. He's check.
Rhino!
Crash, crash. Check 3, check 3.
Where's the hot?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Got some room at the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
45. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
300.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, no, easy.
Mike, 45. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Where's that?
From the 41, Cousins. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Watch the eye.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No. Tighten up. Check 13. Check 13.
Gun. Clark.
Get wide.
Where's the hot?
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The 30, past the 20, and he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 19-yard line.
180.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
18.
You don't want to see me.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you started the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 44.
Hey, echo.
What are you talking about?
What's that?
Throwing, Cousins, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You just bomb it.
Mike, 44.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Gun.
Give me something.
Hey, gun.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Check 52. Sponge.
Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Gun.
I got motion.
Again, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jim. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Gun.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yellow. Gun.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Watch the twist. Slam.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. pass run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Zebra. Hey, high 7. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Switch up. Switch.
Lance 50.
Topper. Boot, watch the boot. Check 4. Check. Check. Lucky.
On third down, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Hey, Orbit.
Following the interception, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Run.
Mike, 45. 3 bucks.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, Vikings.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Gun.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 50. Check your hot read.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah,
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun.
58, come on. Let's go, defense. Out of time.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Got a man, it's Brown. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, If there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, exit.
The 46-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Bang, 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 bang.
Two.
Cousins to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
You can't hang.
Hey, Roy.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the road.
Gun.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down, Minnesota.
Protein spill. Hey, receiver.
51's the mic.
Throw.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Gun.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, dude.
A second down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Wide.
Cousins again. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Hey, 48.
Watch you be done. Hey, switch gears. Watch out. Slam. You got tight right there. Watch out. Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 37.
Wide.
Check.
They'll run with Cook. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They try again with Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Black.
So we got man. 51's the mic.
Buzz.
Here I come again.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. It's caught. in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Antonio Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
18. Bears 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gun.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
32.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Trubisky, and he's got Miller. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bears get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
32. Bears 14. Pat O'Donnell, the kickoff for Chicago.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got?
Listen to me.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Where's that?
Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
First. 150.
You better breathe.
Christian, Travis.
A first down throw for Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gold to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Vikings 39, Bears
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
First down, Minnesota.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3. Check 3. Check 9. Check 9. Out.
Black.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
On first down, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Gould is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And now look at him go. 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 49, Bears 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll lose. To win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.
Can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're